Did you ever love me or anything?
You think Sonia Henny's mother loved her? Poor fucking you. I didn't stay home making apple brown betties. No, I made you a champion.
You know, in Tonya, I play a woman who's on the page pretty awful, horrible, abusive woman, and my challenge there is to find her humanity, what makes her three-dimensional, because she's not just a terrible woman. There's something that makes her, that she had to come from, you know, she was a little girl once and had a family, so I have to start putting together that puzzle in my mind. What she must have been abused herself. This must have happened, and so it makes sense, so I can connect and have some empathy for her, or feel, you know, so, you know, I can play her and she's a real human, a real person, no matter how awful. Conversely, if someone is, you know, my character in The Way Back was, you know, pretty boisterous and loud and funny and drinking and laughing, but I knew I had to think, okay, she's hiding something there. I had to look underneath. I'm always looking for what's underneath. That's my favorite thing to do as an actor. I feel like I'm a little detective trying to figure out what's underneath the character, what makes them, what are they afraid of? What do they tell themselves to get up every day? And what do they believe in? And that's the fun work.
When you gotta get ready for a big scene like that, you have to have some gravitas and some.
Yeah.
You got to stay loose and have the emotion. And what do you do? What do you have? A cup of coffee? Listen to some Enya? What do you do? What do you do to get loose and to get in the zone? Do you talk? Do you crack jokes? Does that make you relax, or do you just keep to yourself?
I'm always looking for what's going to work that day.
Yeah.
Whether it's making myself available to what's going on right around me and taking in the people around me, it depends also what the constraints of the situation are. If I don't have time to go back to my trailer, and I prefer to listen to music to put me in a place that I need to be.
I love to prepare listening to, if there's an emotional need, I like to listen to music that moves me. And I studied at the Neighborhood Playhouse in New York City, and they taught you a lot about emotional preparation. And sometimes, you know, your preparation doesn't have to, sometimes for me, my preparation has nothing to do with the character or the play or the movie or whatever I'm working on. It can have absolutely nothing to do with it. And if the subject matter itself I can't connect to it, then I go to music and find what moves me, and I bring that. I prepare, forget about it, and go and do the scene.
Stephen Rogers and I, actually, we went to the Neighborhood Playhouse together back in the day.
Doing the Meisner
we did the Meisner, you know, you're wearing a blue suit.
Nice.
Do you know that?
I did Meisner as Bill Esper, yeah.
You're wearing a blue suit.
I'm wearing a blue suit.
You're wearing a blue suit.
I'm wearing a blue suit.
You're wearing a blue suit.
I'm wearing a blue suit.
You are wearing a blue suit.
I am wearing a blue suit.
You are wearing a blue suit.
I am wearing a blue suit.
You are wearing a blue suit.
I'm wearing a blue suit.
You're wearing a blue.
Wow, we're really doing it. It was about to change. It was about to change. Yeah.
But yeah, so we went to school at the Neighborhood Playhouse.
But usually I read the script or whatever I'm doing, you know, minimum of like 10 times. Just read it without making any decisions. Just read it, just to let it get in my body and understand the story, and I start to understand what my character wants, and I start to figure out what they need and why is this scene in the play or movie, what's important, what do I have to accomplish in this scene, why is this scene in this movie, why is this scene in this play, what do I need to get. I like things that are messy. I don't necessarily, when I'm doing something that's a comedy, I don't act like I'm in a comedy. I don't try to be funny. I think the stakes tend to be higher when you're in a comedy. But I kind of look at it all as the same, even though I know they're different styles. Like doing a Noel Coward play is different than doing an Arthur Miller play.
At least for me, playing Levana, the stakes are just really unbelievably high. You know, I think when you're in a comedy or you're playing something that's dark but it's supposed to be funny, I just feel like for me as an actor, I choose to have the stakes just be ridiculously high.
I've been lucky to have 2 long-running shows on television, The West Wing and now Mom, and it's rare that an actor gets to play a character over and over like that for years. I did CJ for 7 years, and it does get easier. You do know, I felt very comfortable in her skin. Sometimes I felt a little too comfortable. I got a little lazy, and we'd get into, shooting 2 or 3 episodes at the same time, doing reshoots and things, and I would literally just be memorizing lines and saying them and just trusting the fact that I know this character. I don't have to work anymore. I just have to learn the lines and spit them out in the right order. Oh my God, it was really challenging, but so fun to get comfortable in a character like that and explore all different aspects of them through the years, and it's a really great opportunity that not too many actors get to do. I seem to play the women who hold things together. Everything's falling apart around them, and they are the glue, and they hold things together. And I don't know if that's because I'm tall or I'm kind of, I don't know. I look like I know what I'm doing, which is not what's really going on. But I'm an actor, so. I mean, I definitely always will have a strong sense of what I'm doing, but I like to hear. Don't get me wrong. I don't like anyone to say you're not doing that right or tell me how to do it better. But I love to. I just am a detective. That's how I think of myself, and I like to ask people what they think of what's going on for you here. What do you think our relationship is? What do you think? It's fun to explore those things with your fellow actors, and I think of acting as such a team sport, really. I love that I grew up in the theater, and I know what it means to be on stage and give someone their moment and then take your moment, and I like that part of it. And sometimes actors who haven't studied in the theater aren't aware of that part of acting, and I feel sorry for them because it's so much fun to be on stage with people who know how to act and give each other moments, or people that are generous and giving with their acting. I think the best advice that I could give someone who is starting out is to study and learn. Don't be afraid to take different kinds of classes, different acting techniques. You never know what's going to work for you. And I found it enormously helpful and also comforting as I was trying to find work to always be in a class. So I was always acting with people and being around people who were struggling and doing the same thing I was. That's what saved me, I think, when I wasn't working as constantly taking classes, getting involved in theater companies, I did backstage work. I was a stagehand for a while. I did, learning all the different aspects too. I love, and for directors, young directors and playwrights they should all take acting classes. They should all know how to act. It's a great skill to have when you're, trying to communicate to actors, to know what they have to go through. I did a lot of backstage work and built sets and called shows and ran a lighting board, ran a sound board, it makes you have a lot of appreciation and respect for everybody that you work with. And I think that's a great thing to have, to bring to the table. I think the biggest challenge for me has been my height. I'm 6 feet tall. Also, my self-esteem, my feeling that I was ready for something or wanting to take on the challenge, being intimidated by the whole business of acting. I wish I had actually, I studied at the Neighborhood Playhouse, and I also went to the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts I got a fellowship to study there, and I loved all that. I just didn't know how the business side of it, such a huge part, and can be very intimidating to an actor. And I wish I'd gotten sort of schooled on that, how to what the business is, what it means, how do I fit into the business part of it. It's a whole different animal, and the acting is one side, and then the business is different. And being as an actor, you have to be. I'm very thin-skinned, and my God, that was challenging, going through auditioning and not getting things, and being told I was too tall to act, being told I was not pretty enough, those things are really hard to go through as a young actor. So my own mind getting in my way of thinking, being afraid of. I remember when I got my first Broadway play when I was 38. It was Present Laughter, Noel Coward's Present Laughter, and I've never been so afraid. And then my brother helped me out realizing that he made me realize that I know I know what I'm doing. I have the experience. I've grown up doing plays, and just because it's on Broadway doesn't mean it's the same thing. It's the same relationship to the audience, and you'll be fine. He helped me through that. But my gosh, my getting out of my own way really was the biggest challenge. It still is, but I'm working on it.